You are the game that I wanna play, and I just wanna know your name. The way you dance, dance, dance on the floor, while everybody drink, 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 drink some more. It got me thinking, damn, I wanna take you back home with me. This groove is so high, and you light it up, it's ready to blow. Hands up, don't stop. If you sexy, then get out of control. Let's get fired up, get fired up, let's get fired up, get fired up, let's get fired up, get fired up, let's get fired up, get fired up. I'm burning up and up, I'm burning up and up, I'm burning up and up. So all you sexy people ready up.
Hey, mommy, you talk team.
Here we go. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to Pop Kid Nick's page, aka Nick Carr from the Backstreet Boys, aka Nick, aka Pop Kid, whatever the hell you want to call me. That is who I am. But welcome to my page. I've actually been really excited to get this thing started. I took about a week or so to kind of just get some technical stuff taken care of, because what I'm doing right now is I'm like one of those guys that's out on the out on the piers that have like all the stuff that he's like the one man show. He's playing a drum set as he's playing like a piano at the same time as playing a harmonica, at the same time as dancing on one foot or hopping on one foot. I feel like that's who I am right now. And I love like technology. I love, computers and all sorts of things. But this whole streaming world is absolutely crazy. I feel like, I had to set up the lights the right way. I'm doing this all myself. I'm in this room by myself right now. Okay, you can't see it because I have this like really cool like background with me. But yeah, I'm doing this all myself. I do have my mods in the house. I got to give a shout out to Neurotic Tonic. What's up, Neurotic? Say something in the chat, buddy. So what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Neurotic Tonic in the house. I said send. Did it send it? Okay. Also, we have Kat. And yeah, like I am finally back in the Matrix, and I'm really excited about today's show because I put a lot of prep work into it. Okay, and downloaded a whole new program. There's this thing called Streamlabs, and so I kind of, obviously love everything Twitch related because this is an incredible place to be on Twitch. But Streamlabs was just super cool and had like a bunch of these transitions and different things that you can do. So I just thought it'd be really good. But yeah, the theme of this show today, I'm really in the Halloween spirit right now. I really am. I am feeling it right now. I had a shirt that I was gonna wear, and the closer that we get to Halloween, I think I'm gonna do some more things. I'm probably gonna put like I might even put like a costume on or something like that. But leading up to actual Halloween, I might do a couple more shows and then actually get really in character. But I had this shirt that I was gonna wear, and it was this shirt. It was like it had friends on it, and it had all these like all like the slasher guys. It had Jason, it had Freddy, it had everybody, it had Michael Myers, and I was gonna wear it, and I couldn't freaking find it. I looked everywhere in my house. Everywhere. I had it sitting out. I don't know if my son took it. I don't know if my wife took it. I don't know if Saoirse took it. It's gone. I lost the damn thing, and I'm really bummed because that was so. Listen, I'll wear it next time. But in the meantime, I did get this shirt. Check this out. Now, my inner nerd in me, I most of the time, I can wear like, oh, we got a new subscriber. Hey, how you doing? Anyways, my inner nerd, my geek in me loves to wear these like nerdy shirts, but I really can't. And I'm like, I want to show that I'm wearing these nerdy shirts. But so, anyways, I got this one right here. Look, it's Mario, Sonic, and Crash Bandicoot. All like that actually looks like a scene out of a Mortal Kombat video game. It looks like the bridge scene from Mortal Kombat. So really, thank you to all the subscribers in the house. How you doing, guys? Thank you. This is so cool. Anyways, I am so geeked out right now. But listen, I can't continue this show right now because why? I woke up at freaking 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock. I was like, I'm gonna set my timer for because we're trying to go live at certain times because we have a lot of fans all around the world, and we want to like just basically do it at the right time so that everyone can kind of get the experience. But I'm freaking tired. I'm like, I can't even tell you how many eye drops I put in, but check this out. I can't do this show. We're going to have to sign off right now. You know why? I'm sorry, guys. I got to go because I have not had my coffee yet. All right? Wait a minute. What is this? Just in time for Halloween. Oh, look, it's keying out. Look, I love that. Goosebumps. I am so in the mood right now. So what I'm going to do so that we can continue this show, I am going to prepare my coffee the way I would when I'm waking up so that I can have. So I have this cream right here that I've already have ready. It's like, it's really delicious. It's half and half. So I'm going to pour this into my coffee, my spooky coffee cup right here. Oh yeah, we're ready to go. This is super dorky. It's Coffee Talk with Popkid Nick. Oh my god. And then in order to make sure that this coffee is ready to go, I take this stevia product right here. And trust me, I am not sponsored by these people at all. But I like them. Sweet drops. Here we go. I'm going to pour this into my coffee. Right here. Wait, there we go. Oh, yummy. Now, we can continue the show. And I will get my rocket fuel. Ready to go. Okay. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I think I'm just going to chill here for just a second. That uncomfortable silence when you're on Twitch with Nick Carter on some weird channel that he created. I guarantee there's some people out there sitting there going like, they're going like this. Oh my god, what the hell happened to that guy? Then what? Are you guys watching this? Dave Chappelle is probably like, dude, you gotta check out this guy's channel. Anyway, all right. So, hey, Neurotic, is my mic okay? I don't. It's not like. Okay, I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. So, okay. Anyways, I'm really excited for the holidays and for Halloween. Obviously. I gotta say, last night I was. So I basically got through all the Friday the 13th movies that I could get through until I made it to the one that no disrespect to any of the directors and writers of it, Erotic. Like I am still to this day a Jason Voorhees guy over Freddy, but I made it all the way to 9 and Jason Goes to Hell, and I had to stop the movie. I couldn't watch it. I just could not watch it, and I was bummed, dude, because I was like, I want to keep going through but it was it. That's what happened. 1993 is when that movie came out. I was 13 years old, okay, Neurotic, and I think I remember walking out of the theater of that. I was like so bummed. Jason Goes to Hell was not the greatest movie. And it stopped right there. So then guess what we did? Lauren wanted to watch Nightmare on Elm Street, so I bought the whole package on Xbox. And I've always been like, okay, yes, I've been, it's like this like Backstreet Instinct kind of thing. I'm seeing some people like Pepsi, some people like Coke, some people like Backstreet, some people like Instinct, some people like the Rolling Stones, some people like the Beatles. It just happened. So I was always like a Jason Voorhees guy, and I'm a ride or die Voorhees guy all the way. But I put on Nightmare on Elm Street. And I knew I only had maybe 5 or 6 hours before I had to get up and do this live stream. And Neurotic, the shit was really scary, bro. I was watching it and I'm like, okay, this is not just scary. This is some psychological stuff. This is messes with your sleep cycle. I don't think I should watch this anymore. But no, the truth was, I'll give it. Wes Craven and Freddy. I think it is a better. Nightmare on Elm Street is a better movie, all around. Even you could go back. I think that was Johnny Depp's first movie. Was that? Does anybody know? Was that Johnny's first movie? Yeah, I think it was. But I'll give it to him. But then when Freddy versus Jason came out, I was all for that, and I thought that was a really good movie. All right. Anyways, so today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our normal sort of show where basically I'm gonna show you guys some photos, and this is gonna be sort of in the October Halloween spirit theme. I'm going to show you some of those things, and then play some songs here and there, and then later on, I'm going to play this game because that's what I'm here for. I want to play video games. I really don't want to do anything else other than play video games going forward. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but right now, I'm going to play a song that's off of. This was a song that was off of my I'm Taking Off album. And this was actually the remix. Does anybody remember a song called Just One Kiss? Anybody remember that song? Well, I actually liked the remix better. So I'm going to play this song right now. Here we go. Everybody out there. Oh, and we're going to give some shout outs to everybody around the world who's on right now from Argentina. Thank you so much for subscribing. Who do we have out there? Let's give some shout outs to the world. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Good morning, Argentina. Come on, Italy, Germany, Montreal, Japan, Brazil, Indonesia. Who else? Italia. Yes, I said Japan. England. I mean, look, this is incredible. This is actually Louisiana. What's up, Tampa? Tampa Bay. Tonight we're gonna win another game. Costa Rica, Philippines, Pittsburgh, Russia. How you doing? Texas. We got Monterrey, Mexico, we got Israel, we got Denmark, we got Australia, we got Chile, we got Norway, we got South Carolina, Georgia, Sweden, love Sweden, Rhode Island, Finland, Philippines, Houston, North Carolina, raise up, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, what? LA, what's up LA, Rio de Janeiro, Indiana, who else we have? I mean, we got Ireland. What's up, Ireland? How you doing? North Bay, Cali, Ontario, Canada, the Netherlands, Chicago. I said Rio before, Tennessee in the house, Sao Paulo, Hungary. Dutchies, what's up, Dutchies? I love the Dutchies. Wir lieben dich, yes. Ich liebe dich. Romania in the house. Who else we got? We got the world in the house, and I just want to thank you all for joining me on this crazy channel and this thing that I'm doing right now. I hope you are enjoying it. All right, let's go ahead and play the song for you guys right now. Let me know if you hear this one right here. This is called Just One Kiss, and this is the remix.
turn away, don't close the door. I couldn't take it. We've gotta find out for sure before there's no turning back. If this is a stop, the end of the road, I've gotta ask before if I could have just one kiss, that's all it is. Know that it's over. If I could have just one kiss, if there's something more, we could start over. If I could have just one kiss, just one. If I could have just one kiss, just one kiss. 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 If I could have just one kiss, if that's all it is, to know that it's over. If I could have just one kiss, if there's something more, we could start over. If I could have just one kiss, just one. If I could have just one kiss, just one kiss. 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 Kiss.
It's like I'm mixing some stuff in right now. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Everyone hear me? Okay, so we are back. That was a song that was remixed off of my I'm Taking Off album called Just One Kiss. I think the guy's name, the DJ, I want to give a shout out to this DJ because he was really good. Dezo, and let me make sure I get the right one. Give a little shout out to the Dezo and Tenenbaum. I'm sure they'll never see this, but thank you so much for the remix. It was really good. And speaking of music, this was I've had as the Backstreet Boys, I've had like almost 10 albums out with the guys, and been very grateful and blessed to be able to be played through almost 20 years on the radio and music channels and all these things. But as a solo artist, I haven't really had the breakout sort of moment really when it comes to the solo side of things. And it's actually okay. I have no problem with that because I love being a part of a group and being a part of a team and with the guys. And my little side projects have been like my own little creative expression. And there's been times when I have been played on the radio, but there's I'd say like 80% of the time I haven't been, and that's okay. But now, if you are a fan of me as an individual, as one of the guys in the group, you could come to this page, and this is where you're going to be able to hear brand new music from me. I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to play new music videos. I'm going to be premiering things here. So if when it comes to everything, Nick Carter, Pop Kid Nick, whatever you want to call me. You come to this channel and you'll be able to hear those things. And so I told everyone out there I am starting to record a new album right now. I have finally locked in the producer and writer that I want to team up with. Really, really excited. I guess I could just tell you his name is Martin, and he's from a band called Boys Like Girls. And I've always been a fan of them, and so him and I have been talking a little bit here and there and sharing music with each other. And so I'm gonna jump in the studio in the next couple of weeks. We have a date set, and we're gonna just start banging it away. And this is gonna be the places that you're gonna hear it first, all that new music. So again, thank you so much for being a fan. Also, another announcement that I'm making is we are doing an official competition through all of my social medias. You go to Pop Kid Nick, and you go to all my socials, and you'll see that there's a competition in regards to artwork. So all the details are up there. So all you have to do is just go there, click on the button. It'll explain to you all the details, and you'll be able to. I think you have to subscribe to the channel in order to enter into the competition. But the idea is that I'm gonna go through all. Like, if you're an artist out there, if you're a person who draws, if you're a person who's into that whole world, I'm going to look into it, and I'm going to see, and I'm going to basically pick I think there's a certain amount that I'm going to pick, and I'm going to do a certain reward for those people. But all the details are going to be there. You'll check it out. That's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to announce the winner next week. So details on when that's to come as well. All right, so let's go to I wanted to see if this works. I know I'm going to get flagged for this if I pull it up. Where is it at? I had to do this just because this is like one of my scenes that I want to transfer over into. Let's see. But I'm just going to see if I can play this off of the desktop right now because I felt like it was a good, there it is, a good transition. They're going to flag me anyway. They're going to be like, you'll go to my page at this one section, and then they'll say, this portion of the video has been muted for copyright issues. But, you know what? If you're watching it live, it's okay, right? Okay, are you guys ready? Check it out. Here we go. See if this plays. Tell me if you hear this. Ready? Come on, turn it up, baby. You guys hear it? Can you hear it? You know what?
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly,
Can you hear it?
to my surprise,
He did the mash,
he did the monster
the
mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a
he
flash.
did the mash.
Oh, God, I need help.
He did the
Somebody help me.
monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east, to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash,
They did the monster
the
mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
they did the mash.
They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun.
In the shoe.
The party had just begun.
All right, that's enough. There you go. All right. Shout out to Bobby Boris Pickett and the Crypt Kickers, the originators of that song. Okay, anyways, so this is the part of the show where I'm sharing pictures. I shared some other things, but this is more before in the other shows, but this is more in the theme of the spirit of the spooky Halloween time. So as you see up here, look, I could like turn this way. It's like I feel like a weatherman. Right here is a picture of me as Freddy Krueger himself, and dressing up and playing. So just so you know, before this is what's going to lead me into a little thing that I had done earlier. If you guys were on my Pop Kid Nick page, you'll see that we did a competition where basically we wanted to see your costumes and see your dress up and your cosplays. And so I posted all those on the Pop Kid Nick page, and I'm gonna go ahead and honor those people for go ahead and submitting these incredible costumes. So I'll go into that from this, but first and foremost, you'll see Freddy Krueger. This is one of my favorite pictures, and I love dressing up, love playing, just playing make believe, and this is me as Freddy Krueger right here. Let's see what's the next one. Okay, so this is I wanted to pull this up because I wanted everyone who might know I had done a movie. I wrote and directed a movie called Dead 7, and I had a bunch of my buddies from NSYNC, from 98 Degrees, from O-Town. Had a lot of the guys in that movie with me, but because I did that, I was invited to, and it was a zombie movie, but I was invited to a thing called Walker Stalker, and it really was originated because of the Walking Dead movies or TV shows, and so they invited me to it, and so I'd go there, and I would meet fans and take pictures, and what a crazy experience! If you've never been to any of these cons, they call them conventions, cons, but Walker Stalker Con was a lot of fun, but it was great playing a character in a movie that I did with Sci-Fi called Dead West, or Dead 7. It used to be called Dead West. That was original. Here, check this out. Me as a zombie in Backstreet's Back. Everybody Backstreet's Back. And that is, I had to be maybe like 17 years old, 18 at that time. I can't even remember. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of people don't know, but that, and some people do, but that music video at the time was when the height of spending money on music videos was just beginning, and there was like Hype Williams, the Hype Williams. They were making music videos at that time for like $2 million, and this music video that we did was around $1.3 million to do it, because they had to build these elaborate sets, because at that time special effects and everything like CGI and all those things really didn't exist. So they built these huge elaborate sets by hand, all the carpenters and everything. So that was at that time when music videos were really expensive. Now, I wanted to bring this up real fast. So down in Key West, where I go sometimes, this is a doll in a museum down there. And the reason, if you've never heard of this doll, this is Robert the Doll. Now, Robert the Doll, there's a story about Robert the Doll down in Key West. Now, there's a lot of really cool, just like spooky, scary stories down in Key West. There's actually ghost tours, and I'm taking my son and my kids there a lot of the times. And anyway, so Robert the Doll is a part of that ghost tour. And the story basically goes that Robert the Doll, I can't remember exactly what happened, but he was in this house, and he was owned by a couple of different families, and I actually think that Chucky was actually created based on this doll. But so I go in and I finally get an opportunity to see Robert the Doll for the first time, um, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited, and I take a picture of him, and then as I'm on my way out, someone tells me, you might want to ask Robert permission before you take the picture, because if you don't, he's gonna haunt you. And I'm like, I thought about it as I'm on my way out. And so a lot of people will go home and then they'll realize later on that they took the picture and they should have asked for permission, and they didn't. So then I run right back in and I write myself a letter. Look, you can see right here, write to Robert 3501 South Roosevelt. So if you don't do that, if you ever go visit Robert the Doll, please ask him for permission first and then take the picture. But yeah, I ran right back in. I wrote like a quick note and I left it with the person at the front desk and I ran out. I was too scared. I did not need that. Okay, this is my wife. She is. So what happened? She dressed up. I can't remember if this is based on a character or not, but we in our neighborhood had this Lauren. We dressed up and we created a haunted house in our neighborhood, and all the kids came through, and I dressed up as something, and then she dressed up as this, and like years and years later, everyone in our neighborhood was like, "Oh my God, that was the most incredible experience! Like, you scared the shit out of our kids! Like, like don't come back to that." We gave them candy, but this is what they had to like. We literally put up this entire like the house that they had to walk through, and we had fake chainsaws and stuff, and yeah, she scared the kids. Now this right here is on the cruise. Has anybody been to the Backstreet Boys cruise at all? I have. I've been to the Backstreet Boys cruise. I dressed up as Dorothy that night. I can't remember which night it was. Yes, this was. I was very proud of this. As you can see on my face. But no, it's when you come on the Backstreet Boys cruises, you'll notice that we do like cosplay all the time. There's different themed nights, so there's like usually like three nights out of the cruise that we actually do these fun dress up costume nights, and this was one of the things I did, and I dressed up as Dorothy, and it was a lot of fun. So let's see. Oh, now here's a story real quick. I want to tell you. There's a reason why I brought this up. So I'm a huge Hellraiser fan. Huge Clive Barker fan. I think it's probably even out of all the Freddys and the Jasons, Hellraiser is my favorite. So this right here, I was like pointing this way. This right here, there was a party in Hollywood that Maroon 5 actually threw, which was at the Hollywood Cemetery. And so we were going to go to this party, and so everyone was going to get dressed up. And I was like, well, I want to go as Pinhead. And so, Lauren actually prepares this entire costume, and it was so good. And when we were there, and we were like, it was such a really cool experience, like Maroon 5 had done with this Hollywood Cemetery party. But we were walking around, and nobody obviously knew that I was Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys, but they saw this. And I swear, I couldn't stop everyone was trying to take pictures with me. Like, everybody. I even had the kid, I don't know his name necessarily, but from American Horror Story. Does anybody know his name? He was the blonde guy. Anyways, Evan Peters. Is that it? Evan Peters? He stops me. And he's like, dude, I gotta have a picture with you. I'm like, I gotta have a picture with you. He's like, I'm like, hey, I'm Nick from the Backstreet Boys. He's like, I don't care. He's like, you're Pinhead. I'm like, okay, cool. Took the picture and left. But it was really a lot of fun. So I thought that was really interesting. Oh, there's Freddy again. All right, so we're gonna go back to the chatting scene. Anyways, that was my That was my little story right there. How much time do we have left? Oh, are they subbing? Oh, wow. Hey, everybody! Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I hope that you're having fun, and thank you to everybody who is gifting subs to other people as well. And thank you just for joining me on this. This is actually a lot of fun. Um, so, all right, let's see what is next on the agenda. Neurotic. What do we got? Oh, yeah. Let's answer some questions. Before I get to the questions, I'm gonna play another song. This is a song right here that I really. This is one of my favorite songs that I have ever recorded and done. And I did it with a friend of mine named Jennifer Page. It's called "Beautiful Lie." A lot of people haven't heard this because it was only released in Germany, in Europe. So it was an exclusive song over there. But I did this song with a friend of mine named Carl Falk from Sweden, and it was such a great song that really never got an opportunity to come out. But again, like I said, if you want to discover new music from me, come to Pop Kid Nick. So here's the song right now. This is called "Beautiful Lie." Let's see if it works.
So gone, the ground is shaking under. Here I go, and nothing's gonna stop me. You're exposed, it's time for my redemption. Baby, you lied. So cold, was it my imagination? How could I know that you'd be running round? So dumb to let you play with my emotions. Baby, you lied. If this isn't love, what did I feel inside? If this ain't love, how could you look in my eyes? 'Cause my heart is breaking, not falling this time. But this can't be love, now I know it's just a beautiful lie. You're a beautiful lie. Oh, so gone, the ground is shaking under. Here I go, and nothing's gonna stop me. You're exposed, it's time for my redemption. Baby, you lied. If this isn't love, what did I feel inside? If this ain't love, how could you look in my eyes? 'Cause my heart is breaking, not falling this time. But this can't be love, now I know it's just a beautiful lie. You're a beautiful lie. Oh.
Yes, so I just realized that was actually, I played the wrong one. Like I told you, I'm getting used to this whole thing. That was the demo version that I did before I recorded it with Jennifer Page, but not hating this version at all. Yeah, so you there you go. You got to hear something that you probably haven't heard before. Okay, no worries. All right, so listen, we're going to go ahead and do a little shout out to all the people who submitted costumes on my Pop Kid Nick page right here. Here we go. Let's see if I can go to this. Has it come up? Does it come up? Yes, it works. I love it. There we go. So if I move this over a little bit, did that work? Okay. So we're going to start. Oh, there's my fat head. Let's get rid of that fat head. All right. Up. I need your help feeling creative. So a shout out to Kat, because Kat's been really helping with all the campaigns and everything out there. Great work, Kat. This is incredible. Yes, are you feeling creative? This contest is for you. Pop Kid Nick design contest. So go ahead and click on that link. Go to Pop Kid Nick at Twitter, and then you'll be able to get all the updates and Instagram. All right, so first of all, let's go to Lorena. I want to give a shout out to Lorena for the submission of this costume. Look, this was actually the night that I dressed up as Dorothy, and we took a pic. This is really disturbing right here. I don't know what this is. I believe that is like a very it's